Hi, my name's Eliza Hanson, and today I'm going to talk to you about our promotional plan for the Perfect Pantry. So, a bit of background first. The Perfect Pantry is a small boutique cafe located in Wembley. It has a small, loyal customer base at the moment, but because of its hidden nature, it's quite far back from the road. It just gets its customer base from word of mouth and social media. Because it's a small boutique cafe, it doesn't have any big advertising strategy, and also people passing by, or say for example people that would have been at the shops and going to a cafe, it doesn't have that option because it's located just sort of near a block of flats, or like in a sort of block of flat complex in Wembley, and it doesn't have that opportunity. It's known on social media and known by its loyal customers for its special dietary options. So it's well known for the gluten-free options, vegan and vegetarian, and for its specialty coffee. It's a higher price point based on this, so that is a consideration in the marketing campaign. As I mentioned before, word of mouth and social media is currently the only way that they have to target customers. They do have a presence on Twitter, Facebook, and a good presence on Instagram. They don't do any paid social media, but they have a good following on their Instagram and on their Facebook. The two main target audience I've found through research that would be interested in this cafe are female heavy social media users aged 25 to 40 with an interest in specialising their diet, not necessarily a need to specialise their diet, but sort of a lifestyle expectation that they can have the option to specialise their diet, and they're willing to spend a decent portion of their budget on eating out. They live in Perth and are willing to travel to different suburbs for the experience of eating out. The secondary target audience I found were the local females and males 50 to 65 who eat a specialised diet out of necessity. They either work part-time or they're retired, and they don't have a large disposable income. They're on Facebook, but they're not savvy with other social media channels. And when looking at their position in the market, I found that because of their higher price point, they need to make a connection with their target audience. Through SWOT analysis, I found that their strengths were the strong presence they have on social media and their loyal customer base. In weaknesses, because of their considered purchase, it takes longer for certain customers in a lower earnings bracket to make the decision to purchase from their brand. Their opportunities would be their customers creating content and customer experience being the push because of their loyal customer base and what their customers say about their experience. The threats would be the chain restaurants offering specialized dietary options now. It's becoming more and more apparent. Even Hungry Jack's recently has come out with a vegan burger. So these chain restaurants that are everywhere and easy to get to are a possible threat to specialized local cafes like the Perfect Pantry. So our plan is to create the Perfect Pantry's Summer Festival at Herdsman Lake, Wembley, which is just beside the Perfect Pantry. It's based around the theme of the Secret Garden. So the Perfect Pantry on their website call themselves a hidden gem. The idea is that even though it's not a good thing that they're hidden from the road and that they're not around sort of other shops and other businesses, that's a positive to them. So to utilise that for a campaign really sort of cements in the audience's, the customer's mind where it is, like how they know that they're going to have to look for it. So it's going to be based on the Secret Garden, and it's going to be a festival there's sort of in the lake. It's going to be sort of surrounded by trees, botanicals, which it already is. There's already massive trees and there's a beautiful lake, but we're going to add more of that, and there's going to be we're going to use local businesses to have stalls and connect with local businesses. So not only does it give an opportunity for local businesses to also get their name out, it means that the opportunity to cross-promote between these businesses and building a relationship with these businesses is obviously a positive thing. So it'll be covered in botanicals, and this is the sort of mock-up that we've come up with. They're a very simple mock-up, but it will be worked on more in the beginning of the 6-month campaign. So you see the stalls here, there'll be a florist, and this will be where it'll all be covered with a wall of trees. And then musicians and different entertainment there, an area for mats and seating, bean bags. And so here will be Perfect Pantry's bell tent with food and drink. So their actual product will be a huge part of the festival experience, so that people get an idea and a good experience of their product through the festival. And there's a little beanbag area, and based on our target audience being between 25 and 40, a lot of them will have children, so we've created also a children's entertainment bell tent that will sort of mirror this size, but like a mini version of the Perfect Pantry's bell tent, with sort of different options, different entertainment options that we'll discuss before we begin the campaign, what will be most applicable. And this is the mock-up poster. So it says, "The secret is out, Secret Garden Festival, January 19th by the Perfect Pantry." And we'll have flyers and posters throughout 6 months of the lead up to the campaign with all this information on. So that is the plan for the festival, and then there will be a 6-month period before the festival when we will utilise all different marketing opportunities to lead up to the festival. So our objectives of the campaign is to increase sales 20% from the start to the end of the promotion period, to achieve a cross-promotion with 10 brands, and from 10% of the sales by the end of that campaign for it to be from locals passing by. The timeline will be 6 months, as I mentioned earlier. So there will be Facebook and Instagram and other social medias throughout the 6 months, posting, not paid for, but just posting probably about twice or 3 times weekly, just information, photos, all that kind of stuff, for the whole period. And then in the last 2 months, we will connect with Instagram influencers, and we will do a paid for Facebook event in the last 2 months of the campaign. There will be outdoor campaign material throughout, through the form of posters and flyers. And then in the last 2 months, we will also utilise newspaper, the Sterling Times, the local Sterling Times, and radio, local 92.9, just for the people that are not social media savvy. So in conclusion, this will bring about more customer awareness. It will also create relationships and potential cross-promotion with local brands. It will also, the main opportunity will be that the perception of the brand will be a positive one based on what the Perfect Pantry have offered to their potential customers without trying to sort of sell to them. They've just shown you the experience that you can get from this brand. Anyway, thank you for listening.